I think they're hitting to play for team fights. You may make it an unkillable ball. They walk in tires. They fight, and I think the biggest thing they have to deal with and/or worry about in this game is the life stealer.
Oh my! Dude, the board just died
They
too.
move on in. Yopaj kind of in no man's land. Mira there getting set up with the stun. They got him caught and collapse. Drawing first blood. Team Spirit. They're on deck first.
It's a big one. He now has tangos in his inventory on the OD. Go a little greedy, so now he's a little. Mira's probably happy that he doesn't have to ferry him all the region in the lane.
Well, moves on in, throws out the stun, and that gets them another bounty rune. Spirit looking to secure 3 to the 1 of Boom. FBZ the only one that was able to pick that one
nice
up.
deny.
When you least expect
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
For one. Could be worse.
That boar.
I think the big thing in this game is how their heroes match up just in pure one-to-ones on the other team, so they don't feel the need to pressure towers early, pressure anything. They need to hit their timings. Again, this Leshrac, the Bloodstone is his timing. So the whole team's probably just playing for Bloodstone hits, or Lesh Bloodstone, then we do what we need.
And then the question is, like, if you spot that arena coming, maybe you can get collapsed there in time, get the Astral save, get the big turnaround play in the mid lane.
A little bit of a go here. Pops the rage, no glimpse. FBZ chased down. They have a pull, they do. But Poshka, he got him. FBZ just gonna die. So a very nice play from Team Spirit there. They just ran on in and killed him.
Scam?
Oh. They should be fine.
Just wanted that one last punch.
That's the worst feeling. You're like, they don't have stuns. I can TP out.
I'm fine.
And then you get stunned. You're like, I have to walk back to your lane. He doesn't have boots either because he wants to get this Helm of the Dominator.
denied.
A little sad, but it's not the worst. He still has this time. The Beastmaster always has a timing. He gets level 6, he gets Stomp, and he can kick out almost any carry from the game.
Placed up there. Probably will be taken away in just a couple of minutes here. Yopaj, well, throw out that stun, connects onto the Nyx Assassin. Still hanging on to this arena, but with no spear, that gives Toronto Tokyo some freedom to walk on in and try and push out this lane. Mira wants to contest, and it is going to be bottom. So they get another rune. In fact, this DD, some pretty good damage. They're going to take down the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, and that level 1 Carapace, or, well, sorry, level 2, I mean, it's so long. There's 20 seconds, like, there's such a long time for you to punish on that. Once you Carapace that spear, I was kind of thinking like, ooh, this looks kind of free, you know? And start looking at that Leshrac with your arena, but instead they just chase down Mira at the rune.
So no runes claimed at 8 minutes in by the Toronto Tokyo. Feels a little bit rough. And you can see he's kind of hurting from it based on that net worth, having to run back and forth to base a couple of times. But
all right, Mira fills the bottle, gives him a little prize from that, but again, if Team Spirit feels a little, I don't know how to say it. They're just stuck in their lanes, maybe.
yeah.
And the worry is if Boom is able to kick these heroes out of lane fully, that's when it starts feeling bad.
Yeah, then you're forced to make a move. And if you look at their heroes, like making a move is not very easy. Feels like it's kind of on the back of Mira. Obviously, once you get 6.
Yeah, the cores don't really mesh that well in terms of forcing plays to happen. You Astral, and Astral's not the best because it also enables the other team to set up for 4 seconds. They can TP in, try to save, so a lot of it will be on this Nyx Assassin, I think, to kind of catch around the map. Or even the Lifesteer just walking at a tower.
Poshka, they find him again. Couple quick hits, and Team Spirit looking to get a bit of a return. Can they do it? Yopaj chased down, barely able to walk away from that one, and he gets out.
Look at TP.
Yeah, he's still sticking around here. This is crazy. This guy needs to head on back home, and will do just that. So they get the kill onto that Lich and manage to escape. Was the arena used?
It was. The nice thing as well is that the Beastmaster used Roar for that, so Yatoro probably feels safe for the next 70 seconds to sit in his lane and not feel pressure to rotate out. But now this is giving a 1v1 to collapse, and OD, even in a bad matchup in the side lane, like giving him a 1v1 is pretty nice for the hero. And something interesting as well is he maxed his Arcane Orb first, as opposed to the Astral.
Yeah, trying to get up that farm there, and obviously be a bit of a threat if anybody steps in too much.
I feel like it's like a good threat in terms of rotations as well, and bring someone through.
To roar the Lifestealer. That's all they need him to do. He doesn't need to crush the game by himself.
RC gets hit there by the sun. Chain Frost looking for some lucky bounces. Will hit one. Do they get another? They do. One last punch. Mira comes in. Luck and skill and Team Spirit. They take on down that support. Toronto Tokyo moving in. Says, Yopaj, you want some more? Glimpse to stop it. That will be enough to
Try and remove that. But yeah, missing the spear there.
Yeah,
nice
nice sidestep.
Yeah, that was rough.
This is where Mars can feel a little scary. If you can't consistently make these arenas work, get these kills with the arena, the spears, you start to not have as much impact. You can see he's rushing the BKB, so his damage won't be too high, but...
glimpse. Spear stays on. Big static storm hits onto everybody. Yano rages. Oh, rages. Keeps him alive. Is it enough? No. He still manages to go down. A good thought by Yadoro, but it wasn't enough to keep the Lesh alive.
That would have been crazy. Yeah, actually managed to get the save there too. But I mean, that's why I think Mars is so tempting. Like, despite like what is he, like 40% win rate or something, and maybe even lower.
Yeah.
Like he just keeps going down, but you still see teams gravitate back to this hero because he gives you like direction. He gives you, you know you have arena, you know it's like a spell that you can go, but when you start missing these spears, that's where it gets really painful.
A lot of the damage from this hero comes from spear and arena.
Yeah.
So you miss that, you're missing out 600 damage or so on every hero. I also think something interesting is the lifestealer. If he ends up going for shard, he doesn't have it queued up yet, but it's really cool with Leshrac of how it works. It'll make the Leshrac lifesteal 50% of the damage.
Yeah.
And it'll bounce and connect on all the different units every damage.
Right now.
Butterfly is finished for Shadow Fiend, so Lifestealer's not going to do too much versus him. But
It's also for this one. Glimpse back. Will be saved by Astro for the moment. Spear. That was rage. Yopaj goes in. There is nowhere to fight. Maposhka down low. He's going to die, but a couple more of these Astros. Here getting a little bit of separation. Split Earth. It's on the BKB. Toronto, Tokyo trying to do what damage he can, but it's not enough. They want to bring him down desperately. A couple more punches, but he's away. Two still dead. Boom. Look for more. Find the OD. And boom. They take him down. 3 for nothing.
So maybe they should have respected the Aegis a little bit more, just a little bit.
Just such so much damage from that SF. And now, even though the Aegis is expiring, this is going to be another tier 2 tower taken by Boom.
they used Glyph. There's no more Glyph if they go for the tier 3.
That is very Friday.
Aegis is expiring, so I think they might respect Team Spirit, but...
Dire's bottom tower.
This Cernal is such a little poke and like Yadoro just like still hitting the creep there as well. He gets it down, okay, nice. But this was kind of crazy, right? Like the fact that he had the enrage off in time too. So
and of course,
that got kind of weird. He like infests the Lich isn't moving, then they get stuck.
I think the important thing right now is they used the Lich Frost Armor before the fight started. They kind of used it as a he can walk in, he won't die, he'll kill the creep, versus they go on him, I protect him with this. And I think that's kind of what caused the Lifestealer to die in the fight. So if he gets frost shielded,
interesting is also like this build that the Shadow Fiend has gone straight Butterfly afterwards, after the BKB. Really good, obviously, against the Lifestealer, but then the other one is going to be this OD. These are, and then they jump out. They're going to use the Glyph now. Not exactly the way they wanted that one to go, and they're still underneath the Hawk. This vision there the entire time, pushes him back, holds him, catches up with the save. It's there for the moment. Can he get out for round 2? They've already lost Mira. Chase down, couple punches. Yadoro trying to get away. The crit was not enough damage, but they do still manage to take down that tower. It was a buyback from Mira. And then just like that, they get out.
Yeah, he still has the Arena Spear, but he does not have a BKB.
Yeah, 2 BKBs used on the Mars, BKB on the Marcy, BKB on the Shadow Fiend. Beastmaster still has his, but he has no roar. They don't feel too bad. I know the Aegis is expiring now, but you never feel bad. Anytime you win and you get a win, you shouldn't feel bad about taking the win and walking away.
Right.
Yeah, but will Spirit now walk out?
Right, and that's the other dynamic, is how far behind our Spirit. It's 12k gold, but in terms of items and fight potential, I feel like we haven't really even seen Team Spirit get a core down. Impale the start, big punch, big catch. Is it enough for the kill? Oh, no, they didn't get it off in time. The ODOT missed, the save comes out from the Marcy. That was exactly what they needed. And now the pullback, do they have enough? They do. Yadoro down, no buyback. Oh, boom. They sense something. They sense the moment. They can feel the crowd.
He's so close to buyback too.
And they want to take this one down. Tier 3 tower getting hit. Jackie from the low ground. This would be such a huge upset. They have looked solid this entire game.
Look at Yopaj just lying in wait there with the smoke, using that ninja gear.
Has refresher back up again in a second too. 10 seconds left now. Can they do this?
OD.
Looking for it. collapse. He's revealing himself.
He's got a ward on the right. He sees them all.
They're thinking about it. Jump forward, spear back, arena down. Get over here. Round 2 with the refresher. Tim's in. They're catching. They're killing. Boom, they're doing it all. Team Spirit, they don't have the answer. There are still no buybacks. Still down. They chase him down. Big blast and another one dead. Team Spirit, they're all laid out. It is over. Oh my God, Boom came in and boomed them. As they're gonna take it down. Mira back up again. The crowd's getting into it. There's a third row shove, but they don't care. They want to end this game. They want to send the TI champs home. They throw the spear in to stop any blinks, to stop anything at all. Jackie trying to take it down. Mira looking, hoping, desperately want to take this out. But Tim's, he runs in. He punches the ancient Team Spirit. They don't have an answer. GG!